Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So you guys, let's jump right into things first. I do have a couple of updates for you guys. I just want to let you guys know what's going to be going on. We're getting ready to head into the new year. We're headed into 2022, so there's definitely going to be some changes for me and this particular channel. So for the most part, pretty much everything is going to stay the same, but I've said this to you guys several times. You know, my channel more so is most likely going to shift into daily news updates, which is what I do now, but it's going to be more of that. You know, when resources become available, let's just say, for example, with the situation going on in Kentucky, there are some resources available like that, or resources available like pandemic EBT or whatever. I'm going to always continue to talk about that, but I just don't want you guys to be surprised as the new year comes in and you notice that I'm doing, you know, like I said, daily news updates. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of what's going on with this channel, okay? Because let's be real, I've said this to you guys before, even though we would like for them to continue stimulus and do these resources for a longer period of time, if not forever, the reality is that that's just not going to happen. Okay, so I don't want my channel to just kind of fall down by the riverside and cease to exist. So I have to continue to put out content. So I'm going to put out relevant content. It just won't be as much stimulus and, you know what I mean, that type of talk as we've been doing for the past year or whatever. So another quick update, you guys. One of your internet children, my daughter, my 12-year-old, she actually broke her ankle yesterday. She fell at school while running. She slipped in a crack or something that was in the ground at school, and she twisted her leg and ended up breaking her ankle. So that definitely gave me quite a scare. So it's going to be an interesting Christmas for her, because now I have to get her one of those like shower chairs from like a medical supply store so that she can use that to take a shower, because she can't put any pressure on it whatsoever. And right now they're not even, or they haven't wrapped her leg up with a, you know, the normal cast, the hard one. They haven't put that around her leg yet. She has to go back on a separate appointment. So I wasn't with her when she was at the hospital. I just got the phone call, but from what I understand, they're wrapping her leg in something. Most likely it's probably going to be like you know, a really hefty ace bandage or something, whatever they do at the hospital. And then when she goes back for her regular appointment, then they're going to wrap her leg with the regular normal cast or whatever. So that'll make things a little bit easier, you know what I mean? At least because the cast will keep her ankle secure, so that she's not, even if she puts her leg down, she's not applying any pressure on it. But yeah, that, like I said, that definitely gave me a scare. But other than that, you guys, let's jump right into things. It is Thursday, you guys. I hope you guys are getting happier and happier. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, I'm going to say happy holidays across the board. Whatever it is that you celebrate, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, whether it's New Year's, it's not New Year's, if it's Three Kings Day, whatever it is that you celebrate, if it's Kwanzaa, you know, I'm trying to get into Kwanzaa. I think I want to start it this year. I'm still learning and doing some research on it myself, because I just think that Kwanzaa is really about a lot of important principles that I myself personally care about. So that's definitely something that I want to share and teach to my children. But I am still going to do the traditional Christmas. As you guys can see, I have my little tree back there. So I'm not doing no presents though. I'm not. I'm going about Christmas differently, because my kids are older. They're into electronics, and I'm definitely not going to buy them a new tablet every year. There's nothing that I can buy them that is going to satisfy them. And for those of you guys who have teenage kids, or who have kids that are no longer babies anymore, my son will just be happy with me getting him anything. I can go to the 99-cent store and get a whole bunch of 99-cent store toys, trucks, and cars, wrap them up, and he will be happy with that. Whereas my older kids, you know, they've seen things, they see their friends with things, and so yeah, I'm doing something a little bit different for them. But I don't want to say it, because sometimes they be watching my channel just because, and I don't want them to know what it is I'm doing. But moving on, you guys. So I did find some information in the news yesterday, and I did go ahead and put it to the side. So I have a couple of you guys, mainly my new subscribers, is always coming in after I do a stimulus video and is asking about stimulus things in that regard. So I found two articles. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, so I found an article. I believe I went over this just recently, but I'm going over it again. But it's basically talking about the different UBI programs. If you don't know what that is Universal Basic Income, which is a set of reoccurring payments that individuals get from the government. These can be paid out every month, several times a year, or just once annually. Okay, this is an idea that entrepreneur Andrew Yang, who recently left the Democratic Party, centered his 2020 presidential campaign around. Okay, then Mr. Yang, during his run for New York City mayor, floated the idea of giving $500,000 of the lowest income residents $2,000 payments each year. Okay, and obviously he didn't win. But it says during the height of the pandemic, we had multiple relief packages that passed that included stimulus checks to Americans on the federal level. However, those were not implemented to recur, meaning they weren't supposed to keep going. You know what I mean? Instead, those serve the purpose of helping citizens in need stimulate the economy. So it was much less about actually helping the American people, but more so about stimulating the economy for the government, because the wheels still need to turn, you know what I mean, in order for them to get what they need and their money out there at the Capitol. Remember that. While it's unlikely another stimulus package will get passed on a federal level, it says some states are still giving UBI, or Universal Basic Income, to its citizens, and they have listed them here. So we have something going on in Alaska. This one was a little bit interesting to me because I couldn't tell whether this was recent or what, but in Alaska, it goes to speak about a universal basic income thing that came about in 1982. We're going to skip over that, but they have something that's called Giving Us in the Alaska Permanent Fund. Okay, the fund, which has been around since 1982, was designed to provide state citizens with a portion of state oil revenues. The sovereign wealth funds pay out annual dividends to eligible citizens. To qualify, you must be an Alaskan resident for at least a year, but you're not eligible if you've been convicted of state felonies or jailed. Okay, it says this year payments went out to 643,000 Alaskans, totaling $1,114 per person, the highest payout, they are saying, since 2008, when the payment was $2,069. Then in Pittsburgh, it says Pittsburgh, which I just spoke about this recently, I believe, plans to use some of its pandemic funds to give relief to 200 households with low earnings. Specifically, those households will get $500 a month in payments for 2 years. According to the Pittsburgh mayor, Bill Peduto, the city will start making the payments later this year. Okay, assuming they get the full payments for the full 24 months, those would equal about $12,000 within that 2-year period. Columbia, there is a similar program in Columbia, South Carolina, for dads in needs. Last month, 100 low-income fathers in Columbia got debit cards worth $500. They will continue to get those payments for another 11 months. Okay, so they're going to give those dads $500 for the next 11 months. Okay, Chicago, the Windy City, will be offering a UBI program as well to low-income households. Qualifying families earning less than $35,000 each year will get $500 in monthly payments. The payment will impact 5,000 families in Chicago and will be paid for in part using the funds from the American Rescue Act, which was signed into law in March by our dear President Joe Biden. And then Los Angeles has a UBI plan to low-income workers. A total of 3,200 families will get $1,000 in monthly installments for a year. Eligible families have incomes that sit at or below the federal poverty line. So it gives an example of a family of 4. That would be $26,200. Okay. Then in New Orleans, which I just spoke about this to you guys just recently. This is a program in New Orleans for teenagers. Teens in New Orleans, Louisiana, will start getting $350 in monthly payments this month as a part of the state's financial literacy program. If you guys want more information, all you have to do is type that into your search bar in your search engine. Your states in New Orleans state's financial literacy program. The first set of payments will go out in December and will recur for 10 months. Okay, so $350 for the next 10 months. To qualify, you must be between the ages of 16 and 24 and either unemployed or not in school. Then in Newark, New Jersey, they are expanding its guaranteed income pilot program. 400 residents will now get payments for 2 years. The payments totaling $12,000 over the 2-year period will be given out in 2 ways. Okay, half of those participating in the program will get $250 on a bi-weekly basis, while the remaining 50% will get 2 payments of $3,000 each year, according to a statement by the city. I don't know why they're splitting it up like that. It says the residents in the program were selected after applying via an online portal, which was done in partnership with the University of Pennsylvania Center for Guaranteed Income Research. The residents were selected based on the following requirements. You must be 18 years of age, must possess an income at or below 200% of the federal poverty line, must be adversely impacted by the pandemic. Okay, now Rochester's council has approved a 2-year pilot program. The program aims to provide $500 payments. I just lost my place. $500 payments to 175 low-income families, Rochester, New York families for the first 12 months. Then in the following year, a different set of 175 families in Rochester, New York families would get the $500 monthly payments. The payments will go out to households at or below the 200% below the federal poverty line, level. It says the incoming mayor, Malik Evans, backs the program, but he wants to explore something using private and philanthropic funds, meaning the payments to families could end up being much larger. Okay. It says soon in Durham, North Carolina, residents that were incarcerated will be chosen for the city's Excel pilot program, which will send $500 payments a month for a year. Most of the funds for the $700,000 pilot program will be provided by Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey. Eligible participants must be at least 18 years old. Okay, while there's no work requirement, if you earn an income, it must not exceed 60% of the area's median income. Also, incarceration must have taken place within the last 5 years. The program will begin next year in 2022 and continue all the way through January of 2023. You can see if you're eligible by filling out a pre-screening form. Okay, so yeah, if y'all are in Durham, North Carolina, you guys might want to look into this. Excel pilot program is what it's called. All right. I will try to put some information down below for you guys in the description box if I can find it. But if not, the best thing for you to do would be, like I said, most likely to just go online and type in Excel pilot program, and it should have the pre-screening form on there that you can fill out to see if you qualify. In California, and I think this might be the last date, but in California, it says California is also worth including the California stimulus package, which I told you guys is not actually a stimulus. It is actually a tax rebate from the amount of taxes that has been paid by California's citizens. They had an overwhelming amount of money that was left over after they did everything that they're supposed to do, after they allocated the funds that they were supposed to allocate to wherever. And so by law, they are supposed to return that money back to the citizens. But going into it, it says the California Franchise Tax Board expects to issue roughly 9 million payments under the Golden State Stimulus 2. The state's public affairs office told The Sun that it will send another 794,000 checks worth more than 568 million between now and the end of the year. While it's unclear if direct payments will continue beyond the second round, California is estimated to have over 31 million in surplus funds next year as well. This could signal more stimulus payments to Californians in 2022. Okay, so as far as stimulus and universal basic income goes, that is the only thing that's only bit of information that I was able to find. I think that was actually a pretty good chunk of information regarding all the different programs that are going on in the States right now. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is something that I actually found courtesy of another fellow YouTuber. Okay. But I was doing some research because this is something that actually interested me, and I wanted to bring it to you guys just in case you hadn't heard it. But it says if you are receiving Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, also known as the benefits that go on your EBT card, or Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, also known as WIC benefits, you could soon use them to buy menstrual hygiene products. Okay, now this article actually came out a while ago. The one that I'm looking at right now, it says Thursday, May 13th of 2021. I don't know how this missed me. I don't know if I spoke about it then, but if I didn't, I'm speaking about it again. Okay, it says period products are something women use and need. If you have a period, then I'm pretty sure you agree with that statement. Okay, it's a necessity just like food or liquids. Springfield resident Mary Ann Legg said it's something women need and they're expensive. It's not always affordable for every woman. It says House Bill 155 would let people use their WIC and SNAP benefits to buy feminine hygiene products as well as diapers. And I like that. The only thing that's not clear in this article is when they say SNAP benefits, because for some people SNAP benefits is just, well, I guess SNAP is just food stamps, and that's what I was going to inquire about. But SNAP benefits is just food stamps. It's not the cash aid, because that's where my confusion is, because some people do actually get cash aid. And of course you can use the cash aid benefits to purchase things that you can't utilize, you can't purchase with food stamps. So it's looking like they're going to make it possible to where if you have food stamps, you'll be able to use those food stamps as well to buy feminine hygiene products as well as diapers for your babies. And I, for one, can absolutely say that even though my son is going to be out of diapers soon, he's going to be out of diapers way before I am out of the things that I need for myself as a woman. So I definitely would love to see this come into fruition. You know what I mean? It says, let me go back up because I kind of skipped down a little bit. State Senator Karina Villa of West Chicago, the chief sponsor of this bill in the Senate said, period poverty is a real thing. Interesting verbiage. This has been completely prohibiting folks who are menstruating to be able to go along with their daily lives if they're unable to afford the products that they need. Okay. In Illinois, 1 in 6 women and girls between the age of 12 and 14 lives below the federal poverty line. Okay. Sometimes a person will have to choose between food or a tampon or a pad. She Votes Illinois is a political action committee. They are a part of the push to get the bill passed. So it doesn't look like the bill has been passed as of yet. That they're working on it. They're rooting for it. One of Keene's main points is cost. Period products alone can cost around $5,600 in a lifetime. Some locals in Springfield agree that menstrual products should be affordable. If I bought a box of tampons, it's going to cost me at least $9 to get something that's at least comfortable. Okay. If HB 155, which is the bill that they're working on, passed the Senate Health Committee, now it goes to the full Senate. Okay. So that's what the holdup is, basically, with every bill that has to be passed. And that's pretty much when everything, in my opinion, just kind of falls by the wayside, because once it goes to Senate, especially now, the Senate is still working on, or they're still working on the social spending bill, the infrastructure package, and all of that other kind of stuff. They're still in the process of negotiating. I can't see them getting to this anytime soon. I would like for them to have gotten to this. I haven't seen any information as of lately to suggest that this is actually passed. And as far as I'm seeing right now, it looks like this is only going on in Chicago. So it doesn't look like this is going to be a universal thing across all of the United States of America. So I would have to definitely do a little bit more research on it, because I don't see anything that suggests anything for California or Alabama, Arizona, Alaska. And there's women all over the world, last time I checked, and they all use period products in some way, shape, or form. So as of right now, it's looking like this is only going to be a change to how SNAP benefits are used in Chicago. If you guys have any different information or updated information, definitely let us all know down below in the comment section. I would definitely like to know, because that's something that, like I said, I use myself. So that is all for that. Now I'm going to do a quick check on emergency SNAP maximum benefits to see if there is anything else that has been, any other states that has been added. I think that we're pretty much done with December. I can't see any more additional states being added to this list, but it doesn't hurt to check anyway. I don't see anything. So as of right now, for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of December, we have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Guam, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Okay, it doesn't look like anything else has changed on that front. Now for pandemic EBT, it looks like pretty much everything is the same. Still the same, 6 states, no changes there. Yeah, no changes there. I know a couple of you guys were asking me about pandemic EBT for next year. I have told you guys I did read off an article a while back. I can't remember which video it was. You guys would just have to go back and find it. But I do remember reading off some information to suggest that the benefits are available as long as we are in a pandemic and as long as states are still in a state of emergency. Some states have actually rescinded their state of emergency declaration, and so that prohibits them from being able to apply for these benefits. Before the other states, most likely the ones that I just named off, those benefits are still available. It's just a matter of the state actually doing the legwork and filling out the application. Now for California, I did not get a chance to check my pandemic EBT cards for my children, but I did get a chance to call pandemic EBT customer service hotline. Excuse me, y'all. I did get a chance to contact pandemic EBT customer service hotline for California to see what's going on. Someone did mention that on the website it says that those benefits for the summertime, pandemic EBT for the summertime for California, will start to go out as of December the 15th, which is yesterday, and go all the way up until the end of the month, which I did tell you guys that just recently in one of my last videos. I said that they said that the benefits were going to go out. When I spoke to someone specifically, they said that the benefits were going to go out on the 15th, but I told you guys also to give it until the end of the month, because from what I can remember with the last disbursements that they did several disbursements over a couple of days. It was like $50 this day, $60 this day, $30 this day, but it was like over a couple of days. So I called in yesterday, I got through and I spoke to someone, and what she told me was just to keep checking the cards, that they don't have a specific date. She says that they hadn't been given a specific date, and like I told you guys, the information changes vastly depending on who you speak to, because some people don't have information, some people do have information. But the young lady that I spoke to yesterday suggested that they hadn't been updated and hadn't been given an actual payout date. All they know is that the benefits are going to go out this month. They just don't know when, and so the only thing she could tell me was just to check my card on a daily basis. So that's the only information that I can give you guys on that. I know there's a lot of you guys that are also asking about information regarding pandemic EBT for your individual state, and I do plan on doing a live so that I can address those issues, because it's just too much to do in a 20-minute video. But on that note, you guys, I am going to leave this video here. As always, I'm going to say to you guys, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you guys want me to stick around. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, which is Live, Love, Elevate 2. Over there, I'm going to be doing my beauty content, my family vlogs, and just regular lifestyle content, talking about all the things that's going on in the wonderful world of me, okay? Other than that, you guys, I'm going to say, as always, remember to live, love, elevate. Don't drink the damn tap water. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Remember the social distance. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but I feel like a lot of the times when I'm in the store, it be my seasoned seniors. It's like, I don't know if they forget or they're not paying attention, but there are X's, there are spots on the ground to mark where you're supposed to stand for a reason, and they don't follow. As soon as I move, they come and they end up right here on my neck. Like, ma'am, you're supposed to be on your X back there. The X marks the spot. I know I'm gonna need you to stand right there on your X, right there. So I just want to put that out there. But again, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, and elevate. I truly, truly love you guys. I hope that you guys are getting through it. Again, prayers are going up for those of you guys are in Kentucky, Tennessee, all of the other states that have been going through, you know, just a tumultuous time right now regarding the weather. And on that note, I'm going to say pieces, deuces. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm gone. Bye.